is up, everybody? This is episode 145, and I'm your host, Omar.
And this is your co-host, David.
And you're listening to the Anime Squad podcast. Woo! Episode 145. And today, we have a very special guest for this episode. We have Pete from the YouTube channel, What Do You Say Anime? Hi, Pete.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name's Pete. Yep, like they said before, I host an anime podcast called What Do You Say Anime? We are an audio and visual podcast, so if you like more anime content, come check us out. We've been going for this is year 5 now.
Nice.
So, yeah, so really, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to talk some seasonals. I don't get to do it all too often on my podcast, so looking forward to talking some shows.
Yeah, we're very excited to have you, Pete. You're officially our first guest, so I can't wait to let's just jump right into it. But yeah, like Pete said, he does anime movie reviews, sometimes seasonal and stuff like they're interested in the week, if I'm not mistaken, right, Pete?
Yeah, we also do like games. We're really into being competitive. So if you're a fan of like anime trivia, we have a lot of like games surrounding that. Anime Jeopardy is like by far our most popular thing. I think literally if you Google it, we're like the first thing that pops up. So that's pretty cool.
Nah, that's cool.
And just like if you're a fan of just like game shows, we kind of have our different twists of game shows, but anime related. So, like you said before, reviews on various different anime throughout the week. We do different like themes and stuff. So like this month we were doing like some like Pride stuff and yeah, so we kind of just like spitball just like what we're feeling that week and then we go with it. And we're actually doing we did the Inuo last week and then we're doing another one coming up this week.
Yeah, so go ahead, check it out, guys. What Do You Say Anime? Yeah, but yeah, he's in it for our episode, and yeah, we'll be discussing this week's animes. And obviously, thanks for joining us, Pete. And like always, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell button, and tell us in the comment section what shows you guys want us to talk about. And also, like always, guys, there's timestamps for your favorite animes this week. So yeah, you just want to skip right to it, go right ahead. But yeah, without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Starting off with Skipping Loafer, episode 12, the final episode. So yeah, episode 12 just happened, and it was interesting, I like to say, on this one. It was weird how Shumia, the main guy, he just was like, "Hey, mom, don't come to my show."
that was a lot of strange moments in this episode.
Yeah, like, because basically, I think the childhood friend was like, "Hey, why don't you tell your mom this and that? Like, why I gotta be the one?" And he's like, "You're right." And then it's like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, I found it strange. What about you, Pete?
I mean, I personally love this series. I thought this episode did a really good job at showcasing Shima kind of breaking out of his like shell with his old friend group, because before it we had the controversy around the underage drinking, and he kind of felt sort of to blame for it, and he really just like decided this episode that he was no longer like going to live with that guilt and move forward. And I thought that was really nice. There was a really adorable scene where Mitsumi did this anteater defense.
Yeah, that was fun.
Which made me absolutely crack up. That was so fun. I actually started reading the manga as soon as episode 12 finished, so I'm fully caught up on the manga as well. And this is a series that I absolutely adore. The anime itself has been fantastic. I knew this was going to be good. I didn't think it was going to be this good.
Yeah.
And I thought episode 12 ended on like a really good note where it sets up perfectly for like a second season as well. I think like
I know too. Yeah, I thought about it too. I was like, well, it does feel like we're gonna get a second season. Omar didn't believe me, man. He thought it was just gonna end one and done kind of thing.
Hey, I like the anime too. I feel like this was kind of like a sleeper hit of the season, because like not a lot of people talked about it. So I hope it gets a second season, but I'm pretty sure it won't get like within a year. I feel like
we got the content in the manga for a second season. The manga, yeah, it will be interesting to see if we do. I thought, like you said, it was sort of a sleeper hit. I think a lot of people caught on during the year itself and really resonated into reading or watching Skip and Loafer.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, yeah, I mean, this episode in general is just a great culmination of wrapping up, sort of like I would say like an introduction period to this cast member in their first year.
Yeah, like
in high school.
Yeah, I had that feeling too, because I'm like, right now their relationship like is like being friends right now, but eventually it'll end up into a actual relationship. That's what I think later on, of course. Hopefully, it builds even bigger than being best friends between the two MCs.
No, yeah, I agree with you too, David. Shumia and Mitsuru, because this last like part of the show was just about the school festival, and obviously Mitsuru, she kind of was like kind of the backline, but she was also like doing her own thing, so we couldn't have enough time to like build that relationship. So, but yeah, like we said, this episode Shumia does the play, and everyone got to see it. Everyone, he was like having a moment where like he was just.
Through the whole episode, huh? It was just him, basically like not monologuing, but like he had the conversation in his head. And about the end of that play, pretty much he's like, "Oh damn, I froze." Yeah, he froze up. I was like, "Damn, it's pretty hard."
Hey, man, I felt that, man. He was like, "Damn, like he had his moment right there in the play." So he's like, he forgot his lines, but like, hey, they covered it up for him. So that was cool. That was cool to see in the episode.
Yeah.
And obviously it was... Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, I thought they did a really good job at showing Shima's the inner dialogue, because he was a child actor and he sort of did to make his mom happy. And then we see that he does like acting, but like his heart was, when he was a kid, was doing it for his mom.
Yeah.
And then now it's sort of him doing it for himself.
Yeah.
And him joining the drama club afterwards. So that was really cool to see that.
No, yeah, most definitely. So I really liked Shumia, his arc throughout this season. So it was really good to see. And obviously Mitsuru, she gaining friends in Tokyo, and having this sisterhood with the three other girls. That's awesome. And her actually defending Shumia with the whole anger thing, that was cool too.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, as the episode ends with the school festival ending, and hopefully we get a second season. So,
yep.
But yeah, that was episode 12, and that's it for the anime. And now this is the part where we review the anime itself, Skip and Loafer, and we give our ratings. So I'll go first. Skip and Loafer, like we said earlier, I felt like it was a sleeper hit of the season. It was something I didn't expect, but I really enjoyed my time watching with it. Obviously, Mitsuru and Shumia, great chemistry, like right off the bat. But obviously those little wrinkles here and there that they had to fix, and Shumia going through his thing, Mitsuru trying to just fit in, and the other side characters I really enjoyed too, like Mitsuru's uncle. He was cool, and just like him being very open about his gender and all that stuff, and like just not like just being there for Mitsuru, or I forgot her name, but the jealous girl in the beginning, she was like
Mika.
Yeah, Mika.
She was like, oh, why is Shumia into him, whatever. But then she ended up becoming one of the friends, one of the sisterhood. So that was cool. And yeah, I hope there's a second season. But like, as for what it is, it shocked me. It really was a good time. Really fun. And I think my rating for it's 7.5 out of 10. So yeah.
Yeah. I guess I'm next pretty much. I really enjoyed the show. I love the simplistic art. It's so amazing. The animation, the cute faces, they were so adorable. I love the situations. It felt real to me. Some of these situations, and
most definitely.
And I like everyone's interaction within the story, and the different situations that happen to certain people that you kind of relate to them, you know. What else? Let's see. No, everyone was really enjoyable. Like mostly all the characters were enjoyable.
Yeah, there wasn't like a character you kind of despise. Even like say the childhood friend.
Yeah.
Like she had.
She had a reason. Yeah. So that's why. Yeah, I think I'm also gonna give it a 7.
All right.
7.5.
Nice. We're both on the same page. What?
No.
What about you, Pete? You want to give a overall rating?
Yeah, for sure. This is probably one of my favorite casts this season. I thoroughly enjoyed the two main leads. I thought they did great chemistry and sort of the dynamic that was in between with them, with Mitsumi sort of being the number one in terms of academics, and Shima sort of being like the number one in popularity, I would say. So I like that sort of, I guess, just character dynamics between the two main leads. Love the supporting cast. Fumi was a fantastic like best friend to Mitsumi. I really liked her addition, even if it was just in small parts, along with the vice president at the end. Tokiko, I think her name is.
From the student council.
Yeah, really like that. I like the representation with Nao-chan. Not really that many anime that like perceive transgender or
I know
that along those lines. So I thought that was really well represented. Yeah, and then I feel like the side characters got their shine as well. Mika sort of struggling with her self-image, whether her trying to like stand out and doing more, and her sort of getting like upset that like Mitsumi could sort of transcend the classroom when she tries harder, or what she perceives as trying harder, whether it's between like her looks or her academics or whatever. I really like that. Yuzuki with like her looks always being called pretty when she just wants to. She's never really like found like real friends until now. With like the core group. Just I really enjoyed like the messaging that they were sending. The cast was fantastic. I thought the dialogue was great. There was serious moments, but it was mostly lighthearted. I thought the dialogue was really funny, and just like the little snippets that they have with like their faces, whether it's the anteater defense or Mitsumi just like not getting any sleep. Really enjoyed the series. I mean, I instantly read the manga afterwards. That's how much I enjoyed it. I gave it a 9. I love the show.
Oh, okay. Nice. I just want to add to like my favorite scene is I think when it's or both main characters and they're like singing to each other, but they're just like playful banter with that. I really enjoy that.
Yeah, the OP is like my favorite OP of the season, just with that whole singing and dancing and that kind of getting sprinkled into the show itself was great.
Yeah, you just bring a smile to your face when you see it. But yeah, that is our opinions of Skip and Loafer. Don't skip on this.
Yeah, exactly.
So really, if you have time, watch this. This is easy 12 episodes to watch. And yeah, we're gonna have to say goodbye to Skip and Loafer. But with that being said, we move on to the next anime. We have Yuri is My Job, episode 12. Oh, it finally ended.
Jeez.
Oh my god.
What? This final episode didn't even need to be in it.
No, it was like half the episode was about Yuna's boobs.
Yeah.
And then the other half was like, I don't even remember the other half.
The tea thing.
Oh yeah, them trying out teas and like what they represent or like how they felt about the tea.
Yeah, I was so confused on that. Like, why was this needed? Like,
I don't know, man. I've said it since we watched it, man. This show fell off once we, God.
Because everything got solved like episode 6, and then I think episode 9, and then after that it was just like, okay, we're done. We're done.
Like what?
Here's the cafe. Here's what we do in the cafe.
I know. It's just.
It was so hard. It's hard to talk about this episode because there was not a lot that happened.
There wasn't nothing.
Yeah.
It was legit nothing. Like they got new outfits, and Yuna is obviously chesty, and they're like, "Whoa, we can't be a lewd cafe here. That's that's a big no. And I'm like,
and then Hime was pretty much trying to cover her, and then oh jeez,
like the whole,
and she was upset too,
like the whole Yuri aspect. Like I guess this was the most Yuriness in this episode, which is weird to say with the title itself, but
I think that was it.
It really is that simple with this episode. Like it's like David said, it really didn't need to happen. Like literally, the last episode was last week.
Yeah,
when Kaneko and them wrapped it up.
Like we're about to wrap it up now.
So, but yeah, that was episode 12, and yeah. So we're gonna review Yuri's My Job.
Oh man, you can start it off. Go man. I know you have a more hatred, like super hatred on this one.
I mean, this is no secret. I love me some Yuri content. So when literally the title is called Yuri's My Job, hey, I should be excited about this. And then the people behind it are Passion, and the people that made Isekai reviewers or. Damn, I had it in my head, but there was another one I liked.
The ghost one?
Yeah, the ghost girl.
I'm trying to remember.
But yeah, this one right off the bat, I gave it the benefit of the doubt. I was like, let's continue. Maybe it gets better because it was during with the He-Man, the Yuna arc going on, and I was like, okay, I like Yuna as a character. Why not? But later, between half of the anime, they dump those two characters and bring in another two. And I'm like, I don't care about these other two. What about Hime and Yuna? I like those relationship. Just because we solved it, is there no other conflict between them two? Or like, can we at least get moments with them? No. We get with Kaneko and Tachibana, and I'm like, okay. It's just, this anime is a mess. Is it the worst anime I've ever seen? No, of course not. Was it the most frustrating to watch? Yes, it was. Just like you never want to say to yourself if you're watching, do I need to care? And that was happening to me a lot watching Yuri's My Job, and oh god. So yeah, my final rating, I give it like a 2 or 3.
Damn.
It's not, like I said, it's not the worst. It's not a 1 or anything, but it's just every time I had to watch this, I was like, oh god, let's just get this over with. I'll be on my phone or something like that. So yeah, don't watch this.
Yeah, for me, geez. So I was trying to give it the benefit of the doubt too. I was giving it a shot with the first beginning part, but it was so horrible because the fact that this character Hime, the whole point of that whole lie was so she could protect the girl, even though she's hurting the other girl, and I'm like, oh no. So I kept going and pushing it far until to the point where, of course, in this anime, she pretty much hates her.
Yeah,
she hates her guts, and she's trying to find out the reason why. Hime's trying to find out the reason why, and I'm like, oh no.
Because she can't have no one hate her.
Yeah.
Like her reasoning in the show is just like, why? Why do you care?
Yeah. So yeah, I think by the episode 6 they resolve it.
Yeah.
In the most weirdest way too. Lying is a good thing, apparently.
Yeah, lying's good.
Lying, we said it before. Lying is a good thing. So yeah. And then the second part destroyed me because the friend was so attached to Hime, and jeez,
it was weird.
It was weird.
Like it was uncomfortable at some points.
And the other coworker kind of like cares about the job, so. Oh jeez, I don't want to explain this again. It's horrible. The solutions for these certain parts were bad.
Yeah.
And yeah. The only thing that I could say is the art style is nice. It was pretty. I had the same art style as Maruku-chan.
Oh, okay.
And so that's the only thing that went for it. But the sound effects are so wonky. We had like a squeaky door from Resident Evil, when you open the door. It's kind of like that. Jeez. Opening, I wanted to close my ears every time. Yeah.
You can skip it.
I wish. Jeez.
Yeah, that was a tough one. But what's your rating?
Rating wise, 4.
4? Oh, yeah. Okay. I mean, that is pretty low for you.
Yeah. I'm not that harsh, but seeing this show, I wouldn't recommend this at all. There's other shows. Watch Maruka-chan. That one's fun.
So,
yeah. I'm glad me dropping it after the first episode worked out in my favor.
No, lucky you.
Lucky you.
You made a right choice. So, but yeah, we ended up biting the bullet for this one, but we do it for all you guys. So,
hear our suffering, you know. It's sometimes good, right?
Sometimes.
That or just hate us.
Yeah.
Maybe if you like the show.
Maybe it's your favorite. Who knows? Let us know in the comments. But yeah. We're going to have to say goodbye to Yuri's My Job finally. And we move on to the next anime. We have I Got a Cheat Skill in Another World and Became Unrivaled in the Real World 2, Episode 12. And to think that it's Episode 12, this is not the final episode this week.
Nope.
So we'll have to wait for that one for next season. But yeah, this episode, I think the animation wanted to skip some budget cuts, some animation cuts, because Jesus Christ, I don't know what was happening.
Yeah, this of course this takes place in the fantasy part,
the Isekai part.
The Isekai part.
Yeah, but
to tell you the truth, I wish we were in the actual human world.
That is weird, right?
Yeah.
Throughout talking about this show, I come to realize I enjoy the real world aspect, and I was begging for the Isekai moments.
Yeah.
And now that we're here in the Isekai world,
it's because you expect it in a fantasy world, you know?
Yeah.
And it's much funner when you just see it in the real world with these abilities, you know? Him flying and zipping everywhere,
and like the fact no one questions it. They're like, whoa, this guy just flipped a motorcycle? That's weird. But hey, that's okay. He's a student.
But yeah, in this episode, pretty much, it was simple.
It was simple. It was just like, hey, you want to be an adventurer, right? So you need your adventure card. Whoa, you're so OP, Yuna. Touch this crystal ball. Whoa, your magic skills over the top.
Yeah, that was pretty much it for like the first half, right?
Yeah, and then you pointed it out, which I didn't think about until you said it. The characters were talking, but they zoom in the background characters for a long time, and I'm like, oh, are these characters important? And nothing, and they skip to the next scene. That was never important. Like, I feel like, why?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I noticed, like, I'm usually like, I love watching the. That's why I like subs and dubs, because with dubs I get to like see the background, but this one clearly I got zoned it out from the words, and I just wanted to see the background because the background was so weird. The camera, the way it wasn't even animated. It was like they just zoomed in to the image itself, and it kind of looked like it animated. I guess it's their animation.
And
right?
you would think we'd be nitpicking that point, but the reason we're bringing it up a lot, because in the next scene when they go find plants or whatever, they do like a landscape shots, and the characters talking, and you don't see the characters at all.
Yeah,
multiple times.
We'll get their shoes, you know.
Yeah, they're like
the horse leg.
Yeah, and I'm like, can I see that? Like,
can we have their conversation face to face, kind of?
Yeah,
thing?
but instead,
I'm not entirely sure why they went that route.
I'm looking at a mountain. Is it pretty? Yeah, it's nice, but not for like a minute, you know. It was weird, and then we got to
the action,
the action scene,
the action we couldn't see.
Because they were in a room, and this was like the darkest room I've ever seen. And like they find the brother who was like behind this mastermind.
I was right.
You were right.
He was the bad guy.
I was wrong last week.
Yeah.
It was the brother that was behind the assassination of the princess.
Yeah, he's trying to assassinate his sister.
Yeah, and he's like a buffoon. He's like
he's the haha kind of villain. You know?
Yeah, it was because the how they set him up. Like he was supposed to be serious. He was supposed to be like, oh man, I can't wait to kill or destroy the kingdom or whatever. But then when he's like fighting them, he's like,
of course, when he's fighting our MC, there's no shot.
Yeah. I keep forgetting that unit could just drop everybody.
Yeah,
he's so OP. This is 6'4" goodness.
Yeah, 6'4". GQ model. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, that whole fight scene was like a blur, because it was a blur within that fight. Like it was flashing lights and like movements and it was so weird. I was like, I didn't even know. Like at first I kind of knew what was happening, but by the end of that fight, like there was just flashes. It kind of reminded me of One Punch Man season 2.
Oh, when it's just sound effects and stuff.
Yeah, it was like whoosh whoosh.
God.
But yeah, so the brother ended up getting knocked out
by a pig.
Yeah,
his little pig pet.
Yeah.
And but he's not the true mastermind.
Yeah,
it's this
his girl we only got twice
on an end credit.
An end credits twice.
So if you skip the end credits, oh man, you missed this character out.
Yeah.
But it doesn't even matter. She's supposed to be like OP, like she does like a Gilgamesh move, like she 1,000 arrows or whatever. And she's like, I'm kind of tired. I'm retreating. And I'm like, what? What do you mean?
Our MC hasn't even moved. He was just standing in place.
She missed with all those arrows.
I'm amazed that one arrow didn't kill that one dude.
I know, the Royal Guard guy.
The Royal Guard, yeah.
Like, everyone came unscathed. Even, like, background characters didn't die.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is going on?
They just got blasted by air.
But, like, she basically was like, hey, I'm going to catch this fate the next episode. And we were like, all right.
I'm going to take you down.
So
yeah, that was pretty much the episode.
That was episode 12 of this Isekai anime, and
oh yeah, in the end credit, the most weirdest end credit too, because they showed the main girl Curry just passing by. She was walking by, and that was it. She was like, and she hits the doorbell. That's it. That's all we got.
Great info.
Yeah, I don't know. I was picturing maybe she goes into the isekai door.
Yeah.
Because there's a door to go into the isekai world that she knows. So at least they should have at least showed that. So it would have been like that. But we're not entirely sure what was that whole reason. She just hit the doorbell and that was it to our MC's house.
I don't know, man. It was dumb.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it did not end. So we'll have to find out next week.
Yep.
And yeah, so no review for this one.
Mm-hmm.
Pete, you want to watch this show now?
No, not at all. I'm all right. I'm all right.
But
yeah, because it's the animation started well and then it just dropped. Bad. Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, they put their budget all in the beginning,
just to hook us in. But yeah, that's episode 12.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, we move on to the next anime. We have My Love Story with Yamada-kun, level 999, episode 13. Final episode. And this was...
I got my victory.
Heartwarming / sad.
Omar was sad.
I was sad, man. I felt for Tsubaki, man. I've been in her shoes where, like, you like somebody and you know the answer is going to be no because you could tell that person's obviously in love with someone else, but you just have to say how you felt about that person and see, give it a shot, there's no harm, no foul. But it was good for her because she got out of her chest and she feels relieved. Does this still hurt? Hell yeah, it still hurts. But, she doesn't have to be like a what if scenario anymore. She doesn't live in that world no more. She could move on, probably find someone that likes her like that. But yeah, it was hard. It was a hard scene in the beginning. I was like, damn. I feel for her.
But at the same time, I was excited because he said,
yeah.
Of course that she saw the little drawing in his hand.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Unlocking his little avatar.
Yes.
Yeah. It was cute, and like you said, he finally admitted that he does like her.
Yes.
So we're like,
he said it. He said it through his mouth for once.
He said it to another girl.
Yes.
So
I was so happy in that moment. I know it was sad for the other girl, but I was happy for my girl.
It's like I said, man. It's like I was happy, sad.
Yeah.
Kind of like how she was, how Tsubaki was. She was happy she got out of her system, but she was also sad.
Mm-hmm. Peter, what did you think about that moment?
Yeah, I mean, when best girl loses, it's always tough.
Thank you, Pete.
I thought that like she handled it well, and I think that really matched her character. So I think that was really cool to see. Like she was hiding these feelings for a long time, but it's not going to like define her, I guess, is maybe like the way I would put it. She got it off her chest, and she's gonna move on, move forward, even if she can't find her glasses. I really like that we saw like Yamada smile.
Oh yeah,
the scene. I think that's like maybe the first time that he smiled this whole season, but that's kind of like a, for somebody who's cold and quiet, really shine a little bit. So I thought that was really cool. I really enjoyed this last episode. It was really fun.
No, yeah, most definitely. Especially like with the second half, like David said, Akane and the guild members go on a very expensive eating out day, and we learned that the oldest member, I think, the strawberry farmer, he's like very well connected with everyone in the city. So he's like, everyone respects him and all that stuff. And everyone was like, wow, I can't believe we know someone so important in here. And it's like,
he's like some rich president of probably some company who's retired now.
Yeah.
And he just spends his days being a strawberry farmer. But hey, when you're rich, you can do that.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
What's his name? Ite's little Ite?
Runa?
Yeah.
Her sister?
Yeah, she was funny throughout that whole situation, man. She I was cracking up, man.
Dude, after her whole like, oh, no one allowed moment, like she became the funniest character in the show.
Yes.
And she was excited about like all the expensive meat they were gonna eat,
Like, our girl was pretty much telling, hey, shh, calm down. Stop being loud.
I was like, what do you mean? Look at this place. We got our own private section.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, and but I like the old man because he's like, you guys to the guild members, he was like, I appreciate you guys, us being friends. I really enjoyed this book because like, I'm pretty sure he had like a hard time maybe playing with other players or whatever. So he's like, he felt like at home with them. So I thought it was sweet. Akane having the opportunity to drink more, she's not gonna refuse no. So she drinks more. I guess because it was expensive
yes, sake.
She was like, why not? And then one led to two, one led to three, and you know how it goes. So when our boy comes in, he's like, is she wasted again?
It kind of reminded me of that episode,
Yeah, most definitely. How they always like end up.
Yep.
But it was sweet because he got to take care of her.
Of course, that's how much he cares.
Yeah, no, most definitely. And I just like how, like he legit was like, kind of like telling her, but obviously she's drunk, she's not getting any of the signals until she kind of like snapped into it. It's like, wait a minute.
Oh, and at that very end moment of that part, I liked it so much. Where like, oh, is this real?
Yeah.
I mean,
I thought it was sweet.
Yeah.
It was
like she kept saying it, and like, will I see you tomorrow? Will we continue? Like, will you tell me again, or like that certain moment, right?
Like you could tell, like,
yeah.
Yamada was like, yeah, I'll call you right in the morning, just tell you that wasn't a dream. I really do like you. And he had like that smirk smile where he's like, you caught me, damn. I thought that was very cute. But yeah, I really love the relationship. It's like very genuine. And then I like how one of the friends was like, damn, so you're the mature one in the relationship. That's crazy.
Yeah, mature.
Yeah, she tries to like play that off, and she's like, nah, that's not me. I'm trying to play some FOS, you know. But yeah, they're together, right? They're a thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I was trying to make sure.
Yep. At the end, they're a couple now.
Yep.
They hold hands at the very end.
Do they kiss? No, but they hold hands.
Hopefully, season 2.
We'll see. But yeah, that was episode 12, and like always, this one ended. We're gonna give a review, and yeah, my love story Yamada-kun, level 999. Amazing show, just like with Skip and Loafer. Now I wouldn't say sleeper. People did watch this one, but I know a couple people that seen it in my friend group. But right off the bat, Akane is just like funny. I love the style this animation goes with like the little jokes here and there. I like the avatars in FOS. And just like the relationship between obviously Akane, Yamada-kun, like the other support members, and to my shock, how Tsubaki, little time that she had, but she had the most impact for me watching this show, and I was like, damn, for a moment I almost I did switch sides. I was like, I wish she won. I wish she was Yamada-kun fell in love with, but you know, it has that harsh reality, like, hey, we can't always get who you like just because you like them. But and I like how this anime also tackles getting over somebody. Like, it wasn't just like one episode, I'm crying, and then bam, next episode I'm ready to go out on the field. She like Akane had like really dwelled on it. It was affecting her like throughout the whole show. So I really
it happens to people.
No, yeah, most definitely. Like some people are quicker than others, but like for her, like it took a while. So that was cool to see as well. And yeah, I just love the show. It was just another heartwarming anime. I love the opening. That song bops. And just like, I even like the little part where like the two are just walking separate ways. It's so simplistic, but I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I give this show 8 out of 10. Great anime. Highly recommend it. So don't skip on this one. Just like skipping over. Don't skip these shows. I'll go ahead.
Yeah, for me, I like the whole kind of Cinderella moment, you know. It went back to it, you know. It felt like,
oh, you're right.
Yeah, that imagery where we got the kind of a flashback of the whole the heel, you know, the high heel, and that was, it really fit. I love the entirety. Like I love how much these characters changed over time too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, you hated couple characters, but they ended up you ended up liking them over time because the relationship between this guild, you know, built so much to, like, they're a family at this point. And the relationship with our two MCs, her giving you know, like getting out of a relationship while our MC our Yamato in general was fighting whether even he could fall in love, you know. Like how can I love anything? Like where's he has no heart. You know,
he has a tough time opening himself.
Yeah. So I love the journey to the very end. Finally he grew that heart, you know. And yeah, the music, the style of the show itself looked nice. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna give it an 8 as well.
Oh man, we're like in link, dude.
Yeah.
What about you, Pete?
Yeah, for the most part, I thoroughly enjoyed this show. It took me a few episodes to really get going. Some of the Runa stuff in the middle I didn't really enjoy. I did like that she sort of stopped being that character later on and was a little more accepting, but even at the end she still like did not like the idea of more guild members joining, which I wish she would be, because like that's how she met Akane, who's like I feel like looks up to more than Yamada, so that was a little like conflicting at points, but I did really enjoy sort of Akane and Yamada's way of confessing to each other was really well done. It was heartwarming, and I thought they just handled that really well. The animation with like the visual gags that they do that Madhouse has done before with My Love Story, I thought was really well done. It added a really fun element of comedy that I think if you read this, I don't think it would be as funny. I think the animation added a great element to the story.
Okay.
I know there's news that at AX that we're either getting a season 2 or physical prints is sort of the rumor for this. So hopefully a season 2 is coming.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed like the second half more than the first half. I'm gonna give it like a 7.5.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you are right. They're having a panel, I think, at Anime Expo with I think Yamada, the voice actor, is gonna be there. So,
yeah, so not season 2, please, because I've seen some panels of the next part, and I'm really excited. I would be really excited to see that stuff animated.
Okay, so, but yeah, hopefully season 2 we get it, and if you haven't watched it, please watch it. Good show, and yeah, we're gonna have to say goodbye to My Love Story Yamada-kun, level 199. But with that being said, we move on to the next time. We have Heavily Delusional, episode 13, the final episode for this season.
What an ending.
Yeah, like you mentioned it to me. I have more questions, but none of them are answered.
And that's what's entertaining though.
Yeah, I think this show does it well with like, yeah, I'm not getting any answers of why these kids are in isolated heaven territory or whatever. But like at the same time, like I can't wait to see what the answers are, and then especially with this episode with Maru finally puts 2 and 2, like, hey, my sister hasn't been here for like 3 days. What's going on? I'm gonna go find her. And he's
I love how mad he was though.
Oh yeah.
When it got to that part.
Yeah, I like how they didn't explain or anything. He just like.
You saw it within his emotion, like his emotion changed hard, and he went mad.
Yeah, once he saw Robin.
Yeah,
I wish he did die, but hey.
Me too.
Yeah, that last episode was hard to watch. But
I'm still confused with Heaven.
I'm always confused with Heaven.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on over there, and I still don't get it. Especially with the whole baby thing.
The baby thing, and then the hair thing we didn't get solved yet from last episode. Well, at least that I think. Like, I'm entirely like, how did she get short hair? Never brought up the whole short hair thing.
Oh yeah, because she had long hair.
Yeah, she had long hair. Yeah.
Toko.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
And right here, the four children pretty much going to the
outside.
The outside. Well, 2 of them end up regretting and going back, I guess.
Yeah, because at the end of the episode, they're in a boat and they're going to like an actual city, which is bizarre.
Oh, well, that's the end credit.
Yeah, which is bizarre. Which is like
because all 4 of them are back together again.
Yeah, and it's bizarre because it's like I thought we were in an apocalypse, the outside, but this was like Atlantic City or like, New York kind of setting. It was like, what the hell? What's going on? So, yeah, it was weird. But I'm glad that both our duo, Maru and the sister, they're like, we got each other's back finally, and she was sorry that.
Yeah, because she was still he and she was still conflicted whether he's the sister or himself.
Yeah. The kid, the brother.
Yeah.
And.
I like what's his name? Maru? I like what he said,
Yeah, like, if I would have known them 2 separately, I don't think I would like you as I do right now.
Yeah, you're you right now.
Yeah, this is the person I like.
Yeah, whatever.
Or like he's in love with, right?
Yeah.
Like I probably wouldn't love the other 2, but the person you are now is who I love. It was sweet.
What did you think, Peter?
Yeah, I love this. It reminded me a lot of season 1 of Promised Neverland, where we sort of, I thought it did a really good mix of leaving the mystery for us to solve going forward there, but at the same time giving me enough resolution in some of the other mysteries that I felt satisfied. I'd be really intrigued to see, because I'm pretty sure it's safe to assume that Maru is one of the 2 kids that Tokyo birthed.
I think so too.
It'd be fun to see which kid he is. If he was the marked one and stayed with Tokyo, or the non-marked one and is sort of in limbo, I guess, because kind of like how I interpret it, that heaven is sort of where we're seeing with like Tokyo is probably like 15 years in the past.
Yeah, now that you mention it.
Yeah, so I like that idea of sort of.
Never looked at it that way.
What was that?
I never looked at it that way.
Oh, I'm just basing it off of Maru looks a lot like Tokyo, and so this is my kind of like where I'm basing it off of. Yeah, I loved it. I thought the episode prior to this was kind of really hard to watch.
Yeah.
And watching Maru just beat the living shit out of Robin was fantastic. I do wish he killed him.
Yeah.
But I think he got enough in to satisfy me. This was, to me, this was like a show that I thought was going to be good. I didn't think it was going to be great, and it was great. It checked almost every single box for me. It's already kind of rumored that it's getting a second season, which would be fantastic. But yeah, this episode to me was just like, it left me like season 1 of Promised Neverland, where I was just like, hell yeah, that was such a great first season. I want more. I'm gonna wait to see if the second season is confirmed, because if it's not, I'm 100% reading this manga.
No, yeah, most definitely. And hopefully it doesn't end up like season 2 of Promised Neverland.
Oh no, yeah. Let's avoid that.
But yeah, that was the episode 13, and yeah, like always, guys, review time. Heavily delusional. I did not see this coming either. I like when I don't see enemies like this good pop out, which leaves me a surprise. I'm like intrigued, especially how this anime is with the post-apocalypse and like the whole heaven deal. I really enjoyed that. I joke around with like the whole like, oh, I have so many questions, none of them answered. But there's a reason for that, because like I said earlier, these are good questions to ask, and that also shows you that I'm invested into the show. Hopefully, those questions do get answered, especially with like how they ended with heaven, like with Pete's theory. It might be the past, because why would the city be, full life when they went into there? So can't wait to see if that theory is true. But yeah, Maru, the duo, our main cast, awesome, great characters, and they had to overcome a lot of stuff with the man eaters and the most fearsome opponent, people. Heaven is always weird in whatever contractions they're making, and it helps that the animation's really spot on. It's so pretty to look at, especially with like just the world itself, what happened to Tokyo, and so a lot of like interesting stories other than them on their journey. And heaven, we had like that side story with the man pig or whatever. That story was wild. And yeah, I give this anime an 8 out of 10. Shocked me, and I still want answers, but I hopefully we do get a season 2. So 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I haven't finished the summertime rendering, and that's also like the reason why I bring up that is because also it's
Disney Plus.
Disney
right?
Plus, yeah. Disney Plus Japan, I think.
Yeah.
So they got the rights to this one, and I really enjoyed this one. Just like I enjoyed that one, I really enjoyed this one because I love the mystery within these shows in general. This one in particular, I love the whole like Last of Us vibe,
Yeah.
The whole kind of like everyone lives on their own, and you gotta, you know, survive in general. And then the whole horrific thing that happens in heaven, where, you know, everything's like nice and clean. And at first it was nice and clean, but now later on the episodes, you realize how horrible this location is. Even worse, it gets worse and worse through later on, that I'm like, I don't even want to talk about heaven no more. And then of course the apocalyptic area, where our two characters trying to find where heaven's at. And the whole man-eater thing is still surprising, because I'm still confused whether these are aliens or whether they're experiments from people. They do say they're from people, but were they made also by the aliens? That's my way of thinking. I don't know. There's so many questions, yeah. That it goes through my mind. I have so many of them, but that's the first thing that popped up in my head, because we seen that one alien within that episode, and then we saw that one thing they talked to, a machine that also talks to them too. Like, there's so many moments in this show that it just it gets you thinking, but it's not in a bad way. Like, it's just it's so great to have these kind of shows.
Yeah. Also great conversation piece, you know.
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
And then
what could happen.
The situations with our duos, you know, like their little stories within their while they're traveling, how certain people act, or certain people react to like this whole horrible situation. People don't like technology, some do, some love the science, and, you know, stuff like that. People want to get rid of the money. They want to try their own
whole rebuilding civilization.
Yeah, rebuilding civilization. It was just really awesome to see through this little journey they have, and how much these two grow, like how much they connect with each other through their little adventure to heaven. But yeah, animation is amazing. I love it. Project IG, amazing. And yeah, I'm gonna give it a 8.5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. What about you, Pete?
Yeah, an absolute surprise of the season. I thought the two main leads were fantastic. There were certain points where I thought that this had some of the best animation all year in general, which was surprising because some of the beginning episodes were just like good. I think it's episode 4 where I was just like, holy shit, like, okay, like, where did this come from? The Sakuga moments were just otherworldly at some points. It was so well done. The OST was great. I love the OP as well. The mystery, I love when they give me a healthy mix of unanswered questions, but still some resolution in between. This is definitely my sleeper hit. Probably going to be all year. I wouldn't be surprised if this is in like my top like 5 of the year in general. I'm giving this a 9. I absolutely loved Heavenly Delusion.
All right, yeah. No, I agree with you. Not a lot of people talking about this show, and it's a damn shame. But yeah, hopefully season 2, and yeah, that's our ratings for Heavily Delusional. We are not delusional giving these ratings; they deserve it. And
yeah, my ratings in general will raise up eventually when the series, you know, continues. You know.
Yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But yeah, unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to Heavenly Delusional. And with that being said, we move on to the next anime. We have Mashle, Magic and Muscle, episode 11. And this is Mash versus the all, you know, society is wrong. Screw the poor people.
Oh, the villain.
Puppet
Master, man.
Yeah. It was fun.
I was getting tired of this guy just yapping about his whole, like, you know, poor people kind of.
Yeah, like his ideas.
Yeah.
what he wants to do. Why
the flashback made him, kind of sympathize, but I just hated him. I'm sorry.
No, I agree with you.
I was waiting for Mash to, swing already.
It's weird with this show because, like, obviously Mash, in itself, like, some of the animations, like, it's not there. But then when it comes to, like, some fight scenes, like, especially in this episode, it looks really good. It looks like, I'm like, damn, did Mash just bomb this guy? This is awesome. Or, like, how he just solves how to defeat him with, like, the strings, like, ripping up the strings and his lucky coin.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah, I really enjoyed this fight a lot. Especially, like, since the last time they encountered, he couldn't defeat that one jester puppet. And this time there was 3 of them. He was like, nah, I gotta go get Lemon. So
that was his goal, man.
Yeah. The one thing I found weird was Finn became a puppet. And I didn't see that last week. I don't even remember.
It was off
capture?
Yeah.
Off screen capture? That was weird. I was like,
what did you think, Peter?
I would play a little devil's advocate because for as much as I've been enjoying Mashle, and I know that this is a parody, I thought this episode was like way too cliche.
Yeah.
Kind of diving into like the stereotypical shonen tropes where Mashle, I thought, has done a really good job at sort of subverting the tropes with comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And this time around, it didn't feel like that. It felt like I was watching like My Hero or Black Clover, where the good guy is going to overcome the bad guy. I'm like, I get that, but do it in a Mashle way. And then they didn't do it in a Mashle way.
No, they didn't.
And to me, that's kind of where I think this has probably been the weakest episode to me. I just thought it was resolved kind of
too quickly.
I don't know if lazy is the right word, but it just didn't feel like I was watching Mashle. And that's like the reason why I am watching the show is because it's funny and they're subverting some of these shonen cliches and tropes with Mash just sort of being like this overpowered protagonist, but doing it like in his own way.
Mm-hmm.
And I just didn't get that this episode, and it kind of put me off a little bit.
Okay. I agree with you. I think I did like this fight, but I think the best fight's the one with the demon kid, the one with the arrows. That was like the most creative one, I think. I think how many episodes is that? 2 episodes ago. But yeah, no, I agree with you, Pete. But yeah, I think because I'm just a shonen boy, I just love those tropes. I'm like, yeah. But yeah, I like your points, Pete. But yeah, and then they beat the puppet master guy, and then they got Lemon, and everyone's chanting.
Everyone's happy.
Yeah, woo! But a mysterious figure shows up.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
Me neither.
Yeah, that was out of left field, actually.
No, in the
there was no foreshadowing or hints or anything.
Just in the opening.
Like that. He literally felt like he was the same character this whole time. And just kidding, I'm wearing a mask. It's like, what?
Yeah, that's true. So I don't. That was weird, but we'll see what that happens with next episode because this is not the end of this.
I guess he's the final boss.
Yeah. Maybe.
we have the sub boss and then we have the boss.
No, it's a setup for next season, bro.
Oh, jeez, that's true.
This is shonen. We gotta set it up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's basically Mashle, Magic Muscle episode 11. Fun fight. Others felt different, but that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. We'll see what happens. How they wrap this up of the season. So, That being said, move on to the next anime. We have KonoSuba, An Explosion on This Wonderful World, episode 12, the finale of the Megumin spinoff. And yeah, we gotta kill the demon. This demon's causing havoc, and everyone's scared. Nothing to comment on that, David?
I'm sorry, man. They dragged the episode too long.
Yeah.
Like a couple of episodes too long, but yeah.
Hey man, they just wanted to give Megami and Union some shine, man, and
yeah, for a couple episodes long.
Just there
was not a lot to say in this episode because
obviously, Union puts Megami to sleep, and she's like, I really love you as a friend, but you're an idiot. I just want to say your face, and I'm gonna do this on my own. And eventually, she kind of almost handled it. So she effed up too. And Megami come and save the day with the huge explosion. I just felt sorry for her sister. She lost her familiar.
Familiar died.
Yeah, unfortunately,
because of the sister.
She didn't know though. So, and yeah, just like filling in like what happened with Union. Why was she in the beginning? And she goes on her own adventure because they're arch rivals.
Yes, they are.
They're not friends. They're sworn enemies. So obviously, Union had to leave, and Megami, she's trying to still find her guild, and as we know since KonoSuba, she does find our main, Aqua and them, and that's how the story ends with this anime. This what was Megami doing before anime?
Pretty much. That's pretty much what the anime is.
No, yeah. And yeah, that's basically the episode. So like you guys said, not a lot happened. It's very stretched out. And let's just jump right into it. The review for KonoSuba, An Explosion in This Wonderful World season. Maybe because I haven't fully finished season 2. But I enjoyed the movie. I'm all over the place with this. This it was alright. I thought Megami and because it was Megami and Union's story, like how they were in the village, how they got their magic, why Megami loves the power explosion. That was cool. And we got like some backstory of how she got the patch, her staff, her iconic look. It's from like the other girls from the school.
Mm-hmm.
So it was cool to see that. What Chimosuke is, and just how a rich friendship between Megami and Union is. So it was cool to see. There was some moments like I generally enjoyed, but there was sometimes it kind of dragged. Felt like maybe this could have been shorter or something like that. But that's kind of like the problem with like sometimes the spin-off anime. You just have to fill in what happened here, even though it's like not that important to the story. And I like Union. Did I say that? But and the animation, I said, when Megami ever does the explosion, looks really good. So I really enjoy that. But other than that, I give this anime 5 out of 10. Pretty okay. If you love KonoSuba, obviously you're gonna watch this if you haven't already. And but if you're just like a casual fan like I am, I could have done without it. But hey, what do you guys think? Go ahead.
Yeah, for me, I feel like this show should have been more like 5 episodes kind of ish. Shouldn't have been long because it felt some scenes were dragged too much. There was moments where I'm like, just get with the get going, man. There was a couple funny scenes for me, but I guess this is not my character in general, so that's why it didn't connect with me as much as the other.
You like Megami?
No, as much no. But the thing too is like it feels weird because you don't have the main squad with her, I mean, yeah, the main squad with her, so it kind of feels like it's like the Beatles, not having Paul McCartney in there. So it's just like without doing her own thing, it feels weird, you know.
Are you calling Megumi Ringo, bro?
If you want to say that, go ahead. So it just feels weird just having her on her own, like without the full squad. It feels like it doesn't feel as much as the full version, you know.
Gotcha.
Getting half of it, and that's the thing. Like, it's hard to talk about this without saying any like horrible about it, you know.
Hey man, be
no,
honest.
I
man.
know, but I enjoyed it too. I wasn't like dead completely.
It wasn't like a "yours is my job" situation.
No, I did enjoy some scenes. Of course, I love seeing our main characters in the background too while they were doing their shenanigans. And what did I say? The animation, since they moved studios, I think it kind of
hurt them.
Yeah, hurt them a bit. Well, the animation in this show, well, before, it was not like amazing either. You know, it's good, but you know, it's not like ufotable like quality. You know, or Madhouse, or like some of these higher studios, Mappa. You know, but yeah. I'm gonna give it a 5 as well.
Oh, okay.
It's in the middle.
It's mid.
Yeah.
What about you, Pete?
Yeah, to kind of mimic what you guys are saying, I think my biggest complaint with this show itself was 12 episodes was way too much.
Mm-hmm.
Even something like with what Ranking of Kings is doing this season, where that was 10.
Yeah.
I feel like that would have been a little bit better, even though I do think 10 might be a little too much.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, in the Mimic, I like the cast of the team as a whole more than like an individual character. KonoSuba is my number 5 anime of all time. I adore it. I've rewatched it like 10 times. I love it. And I do love Megumin, but I love Megumin with the crew. Same way I love Kazuma with the crew, Aqua with the crew.
Yes.
And I think that was what was missing. Though I do, as my favorite character is Yun, so her getting to shine a little bit more was a huge plus.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think it was like as funny as KonoSuba. I didn't think like the action was as good as KonoSuba. It was just fine. If you're like me, who is a huge KonoSuba fan, I think I'm gonna rate it a little higher than other people. But like I would, if I didn't like KonoSuba, I would probably give this a 5. But because I'm such a KonoSuba stan, I'm gonna give it like a 6.5.
Oh, okay. Okay, I thought you were gonna give it like a 9 out of 10. Like, whoa!
Oh, well, since you guys say
I'm biased, but not that biased.
Since you guys gave out characters, I'm a Darkness fan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But and I was fine on that one for I think second season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had a spotlight.
She had her spotlight within that season, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so.
But,
so that's where I was fine with that, you know.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's our reviews for KonoSuba.
And the one thing I'm upset is that next year we're getting that one. We have kind of a
third season, right?
Yeah, third season. Yep.
Third season next year.
Can't wait.
Jeez, no.
What other wacky adventures our group is going to.
What do you think of our reviews? In the what do you guys think about our review of this show?
Yeah,
leave it in the comments.
Yeah, we'd love to know.
Yep.
But unfortunately,
or what do you think? Or what do you guys think?
Yeah.
But
unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to KonoSuba and Explosion of This Wonderful World. We will be returning next year when season 3 comes out. But until then, we'll say goodbye. And with that, we move on to the next anime. We have My Star, a.k.a. Oshi No Ko, episode 10. And this, I loved it. I really enjoyed Kana, so this was basically a Kana episode. Just
her struggles.
Yes. Her not want to be the center idol, center attention, because she doesn't want to let everyone down.
Just like a lot of people, in general.
Most definitely. Like, I love how even the title of the episode, stress.
Yeah.
So like there was a lot of stress, especially they have to perform so soon since they got this opportunity to perform at GIF, I think that was called. And but yeah, just kind of like self-doubting herself all the time.
Yeah, she didn't want to be in center in general.
No, but even though she has the best voice out of the other two, so she needed a little prep me up. You know, she needed a someone believes in me, and you would think it would be Aqua, but it was actually the YouTuber, the chicken YouTuber. And at first I was like, oh, that's cool, you know. Like, obviously he's connected to the production studio, so it makes sense why he would come in. And then I noticed something about our YouTuber. He's not swole, bro. I'm like, why does he look normal? And I like how I forget her name, the cat looking girl, Meow Meow.
Mencho.
Oh, I don't know where I got the name, but she was like, that's weird. I thought he would be more buffer. I'm like, okay. I'm not the only one. So it was kind of reassuring when she said that. But yeah, kind of needed that pump me up, and she gives it her all, and then the big day is almost here.
Yeah, like I love the throughout that whole episode in general, the conversation she was having with Aqua. Pretty much Aqua was wearing the helmet, of course. Yeah. He was acting as the YouTuber. Of course. I love that he ends up calling the guy.
Yeah, to get real advice. And I like how we heard his real voice too, instead of the
Hey man, he's enjoying his time, his trip, wherever he's at, Hawaii or something, or the beach, wherever in the beach, any beach at this point. But that was funny.
I like to say Hawaii, but yeah, it was cool. I like that twist, and then when Kana found out about it, it bothered her. It bothered her a lot. That to a point, it's affecting her prepness for the performance.
Peter, what did you think of the episode?
Yep, absolutely loved it. Oshi No Ko is like my favorite ongoing manga. For people out there, for you guys, I even considered getting an Oshi No Ko tattoo. Is how much I love this series. I thought this episode was a great setup to what will hopefully be the make or break episode for me, because my favorite scene in the entire manga should be happening next episode.
Ooh.
And so I thought how they built this up to their performance next episode was fantastic. Kana, I love her as a character. She's like my favorite female character, period.
Dang.
I mean, it's already been announced that we're getting a season 2 of Oshi No Ko,
of course.
You're only going to see more of how much I love Kana. And if you like what you saw from like this episode, just wait, because there's more. I love that her just ability to... She's endured this failure as a singer before, and you kind of see in this episode with how it affected her going forward. And now that she's in this group, she acts like she doesn't care about like Ruby and Memsho, but like she like really cares about them and doesn't want them to experience what she experienced. And that was like her whole debacle with wanting to be the center or not, which I thought was just fantastic, and it's doing so well done. And Ruby sort of breaking Kana out of her shell, and just like if we fail together. Like that's the whole point.
We squad.
Yeah, and so that kind of like boosted Kana out of her shell. I thought this episode was great. Aqua being the GOAT that he is, really showcasing his acting skills of portraying Piedmon and his voice and everything like that. And yeah, obviously they didn't catch on, but that's why I guess the illusion was like him wearing the sweatsuit or whatever was supposed to make him seem not as jacked. And they kind of like allure to that. He's like, oh, he doesn't look as big like in person that he does
on the YouTube.
On YouTube, even though Ruby and Kana have both met him. So, I know like that was like the whole point, but it's like we already know, like they know what he looks like, but I guess they don't know what he looks like in a sweatsuit. So that's sort of like, you know, the illusion. It was fine. Yeah, this episode's great. I can't wait to the last episode I can't wait to give this show a 10 when it's all said and done. And yeah, just great. One of my favorite shows of the year.
No, yeah, this was a very most anticipated, more than Demon Slayer, and hey, to all it deserves, especially with a great first episode. And I really like this episode too because Ruby does a lot, like you said, like support Kana, like, hey, we could go through this. We're in this together. Like, don't beat yourself up. Kind of.
Yeah, that moment when she held her hand, the whole cold hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
that was like, damn.
No, yeah, it was really good, and like Pete, we'll see on the last episode. Well, last episode of the season.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, can't wait. Unfortunately, did not end, so no review. And with that being said, we move on to our next anime. We have Hell's Paradise, episode 12. And man, what
the Tencent.
Yes, another god who literally kills Groot right off the bat.
Well, kind of.
Yeah, take off his head.
Yeah, it takes off his
but
head. He's not enough to kill him.
Yeah,
from what Tencent said.
He gets out of commission apparently.
Yeah,
and just the whole like reveal of like the elixir of life being
it's not real.
It's not real. I'm like, what? You kidding me?
The goal isn't real no more.
Yeah, everything like that the tree guy knew was a lie as well, and they're just like dumbfounded.
Yeah, all humans are dumb. In a way.
But we finally got to see how Yuzihara, the ninja girl, how she fights, like with sweat, and also Senta too. Like even though he's a bookworm, he can hold his own. He's rank 5th.
And we kind of like his. Well, we already knew he's like fell in love with her.
Not fell. I guess fell in love is one way to say, but like
in a way,
he like
not romantically, but like visually, like
idolized.
Yeah,
yeah, like he wants
like an idol.
how she acts.
Yeah,
because he was raised up like, oh, you got to be an Ashima, you got to chop off heads. Like, but his real love was drawing.
Yeah,
which
see, he was never free, like he said.
Yeah, and obviously her, she's super free, lax, and he wished he could be like her. And also, he also loved her because come on, she's very beautiful.
Yeah, the whole emotion in this, it was his episode in a way.
Oh yeah, it had to be.
Oh, of course.
it's
Peter, what do you think?
Yeah, I have been really enjoying these last few episodes of Hell's Paradise. I thought this fight was really well done.
Yeah,
I kind of like them explaining sort of. I like this about Toe, and I don't like this about Toe, where we have this for how strong Toe is. There's like a opposite, like counter to it with another person's toe. So like maybe like a rock paper scissors type of thing.
Yeah.
And they kind of figure out in the fight that Sagari's version of it is sort of, or we thought was the counter to him.
Yeah.
And for as much as I like that element, because it reminds me a lot of like Hunter x Hunter with Nen, how they're explaining it to me seems a little rushed, where we kind of went with nobody knowing what Toe was to now everybody kind of understanding the idea of what it is.
Yes.
And I think that's just a product of the anime where they just need to get that information in quickly. But like the episode itself, not as like meaningful of a death as like Tenza's, but I thought like it had like a good message where somebody, like, I don't know if this is like the first time in his life, but the first time in a long time, kind of making the decision for himself to kind of like sacrifice his life for the person that he like idolizes, because he kind of wishes his life was like Yuzihara's. And yeah, overall, just a very enjoyable episode. I think it's set up for an absolute, probably going to be a banger fight next episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where the blind guy pops in and he's just like, oh, okay, here we go. And I'm sure he wants his revenge on,
he wants it back.
On Tenza dying. So yeah, very solid episode. I think the next episode's going to be the banger one, though.
No. Yeah, I hope so, because this blind master's just been badass.
He's been suffering.
Oh, that too.
Yeah, that whole situation with losing his apprentice, and now he's kind of getting another one. Hopefully, he didn't want another one either.
But he doesn't. He's like, yeah, if you want to just mimic me, you go right ahead.
But he's kind of helping.
Yeah. I get you. But yeah,
I just want him to get wins. You know, he's taking L's in a way.
No one's winning in this island, bro.
Oh, especially not anymore, since there's no elixir no more.
Yeah. So
to be immortal, no, but maybe to turn into
an idea of a god.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
those exist somehow.
But yeah, I knew he was not dead when he turned to that his ultimate form, and he's like the flower guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but can't wait to see how he goes down because I want him dead.
And I guess well, at least this squad in general knows that they're people. Everyone in this world is. But we already knew that, but not them. I guess, right?
Yeah.
I found that one kind of strange. I thought they would learn over the flower thing. Yeah. But I guess no.
Well, because not everyone gets the same information from.
I guess so. Right.
Yeah. So. But yeah, Hell's Paradise episode 12, great episode. We had to say goodbye to Senta, but hey, we'll see if Shinon redeems him, and we'll see what happens in the last episode. But with that being said, move on to our last anime of the week. We have Demon Slayer Season 3, Swordsmith Village Arc, Episode 11.
Almost an hour.
Yes, another hour finale. And
that didn't need to be an hour.
No, man. Oh, my God. They really dragged the idea of Nezuko dying. We had, like, flashbacks. We had, like, her being happy. The sacrifice that she makes. And I'm like... Bro.
The slashing from the neck too.
Yeah. And I think maybe it's because I watch too much anime. Like I don't get that very emotional real quick. But I was like, bro, let's wrap this up, you know? Like
yeah.
I mean, I like how the emotional demon had like another emotion that.
But I really noticed there was not any action at all, right? It was just a lot of stalemates and slashing.
Yes, because the little demon dude is like running off, and they're trying to capture Sonic at this point.
It was like Temple Run, you know?
Yeah.
You just see him running through the forest. This little demon just running through the forest, and our MC's just running. Tanjiro's just running.
Yeah,
all three of them were running after him.
Yeah, Tanjiro, Nezuko, and Genya.
Yeah.
And I like how within the chase, Tanjiro is like, wait, I'm the main character, so I need to be as fast as Zenitsu. And then what did he tell me? Oh, yeah, I'm going to just incorporate that real quick. Like, okay, yeah, we can do that, Tanjiro, with your broken foot.
Yeah, his leg was shattered at one. No, not shattered, but like broken at that point.
Yeah, but he power of the MC, baby.
Heck yeah.
So.
Jeez.
But yeah, I like that moment because he had to make a choice. It was like, do you kill the upper demon to save these three villagers that are about to be eaten?
The funny thing was the demon himself his head was chopped off.
Yeah, so I like how you brought that up. Yeah. I was like, his head's chopped off, so how is he gonna eat them? And I'm like, that's a good question.
Yeah, like literally he's holding the two like people, but I'm like, what is he gonna do? Just rip them and that's it? I guess let the little guy
the blood in it.
Yeah, it's like, is the demon just gonna come out like alien, pop out of his chest of his own body? It was weird because that wasn't the what do you call it?
The original demon?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because he was inside the heart.
Yeah, it was inside the heart for some reason. So
yeah,
I guess
And I also. This is a gripe about Demon Slayer I have. Especially, I have in last season, it happened here too. When the villain dies, we have to get a flashback of like why they become a demon, why they became...
I hate that.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that.
They did it here too. They didn't do it as long as season 2, but this time they did it again. And I literally said to myself, I don't care. Like, he's a villain. Let him be the villain. He's evil for being evil. But
I guess he's not evil. Oh well, he was. No, he was evil.
He was, but he tried to blame his hands.
Yeah. So his hands are evil.
Yeah.
That was like dumb.
I don't know.
I guess he's just crazy.
And this was before he got his demon powers. So
what was the whole reason of getting a flashback of the guy, even though he was bad?
I don't know. And it's weird they gave him a flashback, but not the other demon that died.
I really don't care about that one. It was just a pot.
Yeah, a vase.
A vase. Yeah, there you go.
With multiple arms. Hey, at least the animation's pretty. UFO Table never disappoints me on that. Just the way they slashed. It took forever to slash his neck, but hey, it looked great.
Yeah.
Especially with all the hour we had, they took their sweet time chopping off that neck.
Yeah, it takes too long. Sure.
And then we saw Tanjiro's sword, his final form sword, kind of prototype.
Well, it was like kind of. It was already completely filed and everything. It just needed the hilt.
The hilt or like whatever he possessed.
Or the whatever it's called. I forgot what the thing is called.
No, you're right. The hilt and like whatever wrapping have to do with it. And yeah, so Tanjiro slices it off. But Nezuko's dead. No, Nezuko died. And the hugest plot armor happened with Nezuko.
Well, because we get explained at the end.
Yes, apparently, because obviously demons have the same cause as vampires. They cannot live in the light. But since it's Nezuko, we make an exception to the rule.
Because she's special.
She's super special.
Mm-hmm.
And she's immune.
But not that other guy, though.
The upper demon?
No, what's his name? The other guy?
Oh, Genya?
Genya, yeah.
See, that's what I don't get either.
This show does not explain the whole thing.
Because Genya's a demon, but he could transform back to human. And I don't get when our main villain is like super excited that Nezuko could be immune to the light, but Genya already does it. Unless he's not a demon, that's just a power. Let us know, because I'm so lost in that.
Yeah. There's a lot of loopholes in this show.
But yes, Nezuko can now live in the light, and she loses her iconic mouthpiece, and I'm gonna miss that. And she talks. So,
happy moment for Tanjiro,
yeah,
right?
Tanjiro gets both.
Yeah.
His sister's saved, and the demon is slayed.
Hooray!
Yay!
Hooray!
And then obviously we get backstory with our main villain, the Michael Jackson character, and he loses it when he finds out that Nezuko could live in the light.
In my head, I'm like, oh no, I lost my guys to one guy that barely started in the Demon Slayer Corps. He literally destroyed one of my guys again.
Again, yeah.
And I'm like, jeez.
I thought that's why he was freaking out, but he was freaking out about the whole Nezuko thing.
And the Nezuko, yeah.
And I'm like, what?
Because he wants that.
Yeah.
He wants that ability.
Yeah, he was like, I'm not going to make no more demons no more. I have what I want.
Yeah.
Which we find out, like, I guess in his past life, he was sick. And there was a doctor that basically made him a demon.
Yeah, that was the most dumbest part, too.
Just a random doctor.
Yeah.
He hated that he was not healthy right away. So he kills him. And then he's like, wait a minute. Why am I so jacked now?
So, yeah, he killed him for nothing.
Instead of thanking it. And then he can't thank it no more because he killed them. And so he
started slaying everyone.
Yeah, he kills the whole town and stuff.
Yeah. The whole town just dies. And then he goes outside, and then he sees the army there. Slashes everyone.
Hell yeah, dude. And then we just see his barrage of, like, through time killing everyone he sees.
Yeah, that's why he's the baddie.
That's why he makes the demons. And now he's super, super excited about Nezuko being a Sunwalker.
Yeah,
I'm taking it from Blade.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of cooler villains, and this one's kind of simple.
Nah, yeah, it is very simple. He's just evil for being evil, and that's okay with me.
Not me. I like some complications with our villain.
I mean, you're not gonna get that here, bro.
Of course. Of course.
But yeah, Tanjiro saves the day, and he gets to go back to. He gets to leave there, and everyone says, "Hooray, hurrahs!" And that's how season 3 ends.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's Demon Slayer Season 3, Swordsmith Village Arc, and we get to do our review. Demon Slayer Season 3. I was like very excited to see how the other Hashiras fight. One kind of disappointed me, the other one actually really impressed me with Michiro. I actually, from a character I thought was not gonna like to, I actually really, he probably be one of my favorites. And just like his whole fight style of like the mist, how he could like hide in it, how fast he is, and it's just like I really enjoy his final kill on his upper demon. Like that was just super cool to watch. I was like, oh man, that was badass.
Mm-hmm.
So I really enjoyed him. It was weird not seeing Tanjiro in the game. At the same time, also a relief because Senetsu annoys the crap out of me. But yeah, Tanjiro getting his sword, and the other Hashira, like I mentioned, they backlined her so hard. Like she shows up
the last 2 episodes.
Yeah, and like she's badass. She's kind of like a ribbon dancer fighter, kind of, and it's cool. But at the same time, like man, I wish she was kind of more in the season. Like this is, man, it doesn't help the fact I guess both Hashiras share the moment. Like they have to split time for them, so I kind of like dwelled on it, and I liked her backstory too. Like she just wants to be loved, man. She wants a husband, and she's super strong for some magical reason. And the villains were they were weak, yeah. Like the pot demon, whatever. I mean, he looked ugly. Did that job, and the emotional split emotions demon. I really didn't care, but he had a cool power, especially the final form emotion.
Mm-hmm.
And then the whole Nezuko be able to be the Sunwalker, I find that bull Twinkie, but they needed to find a way how Nezuko lived through the sun, so here we are.
She was shining.
Yes. No, she wasn't even shining. I wish she sparkled like in Twilight. But yeah, this season
she smiled at you.
Now that I more talk about it, this is the weakest season. Unfortunately,
there you go, bro.
Yeah,
I was right.
You were right. I didn't want to admit you were right, but you were right. This is the weakest of the season. But yeah, I think the thing that still holds it together is UFO Table doing their magic, the animation, and the dedication, the time they put for the anime. But I'm gonna give it a. I didn't even rate it. I'm rated it 6 out of 10 for this season. Cause I remember last season I gave it a 7. So this one a 6. Hurts my soul.
Hurts my soul. Throughout the whole show, it was boring at times. There was a couple moments I was dying. I was like, come on, man, get to the good part. We need to get to at least these villains. And then once we got to the villains, we got some flashbacks, and then I guess we're learning more about these characters. But I guess it feels weird when you have less people on Demon Slayer, because then you're like kind of dragging it. And we didn't even get to like completely these characters. I think Tanjiro was like the center of this arc. Yeah.
It's our main guy.
Of course.
Genya who?
Well, it would usually be with his squad, his other two friends, his trios. So it's just him and the people from the village. I don't know. The village didn't feel lively either. I didn't know what was in this area.
Is it because you couldn't see their faces?
I guess so. This village was so lonely. Like, it looked like 10 people lived here or something.
That was the whole point, bro.
I guess so, right? It's hidden, right? Even though it didn't feel hidden, because these demons found the location right off the bat.
Dude, they're as hidden as the Hidden Leaf Village, bro.
Yeah. Demons are amazing. Just could find this place.
Of course.
I was amazed. And these two villains were boring. They're boring.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Way boring. There was I guess the split one it was just cool the fact that he splits into different things, but the finish of it was kind of like one of the Hashiros was taking the Hashiro girl was pretty much taking care of like the
main like powerful one.
Yeah. And then they're just pretty much slashing the brain.
Yeah, they went a hide and go seek challenge.
Yeah, taking out the brain. The vase dude, he was just annoying. He was an annoying guy. He the villain for villain, you know, killing people. You know, like oh yeah, woo, scary, kind of thing. You know.
Come on, man, you weren't terrified of this?
No, I was not terrified of it. It was disgusting what he was doing to the people, but other than that, it was just.
It's forgettable.
Yeah, compared to other of the villains, other demons in this one. That we shouldn't been an hour for that last episode, man.
I completely agree, bro.
I was dying at a point where I was having a conversation in my mind, and it came out of my mouth saying, "Oh man, Nezuko's dying."
No.
Oh no. Oh no, one of our MCs are dying. Oh no. It's over. She's dead. She's burning. But no, literally just she's good.
Showing goodness, bro.
Yeah, yep. So yeah, that was the end of that season.
So what's your rating?
4.5.
Damn. Whoa, that is low.
Yeah.
You hated this season. No, you didn't like it. I
the Hashiros, we got it like late within the last episodes, I guess, right?
Yeah, the final part of the season.
Yeah.
This is a shame.
Yeah.
And obviously, we will ask Pete, but he doesn't watch Demon Slayer.
Yeah, I watched. I thought Entertainment Arc, how it just had ended, was really bad. So it kind of put me off on starting this season. I really don't like when, not just Demon Slayer in general, but shows in general, where they like tell me how I should feel.
Yeah.
And like we get these backstories with like these demons, like you should feel really bad about them. I'm like, how about you let me make that decision? And I feel like Demon Slayer does a really bad job at like making me like they tell me I should care about these people Tanjiro's about to kill or something like that.
Yeah,
I'm just like in season 2, like they've been killing people for 100 years. Like, why should I feel bad about he was ugly as a kid? Like, okay, he also killed 1,000 people. It's like one of those significantly outweighs the other. So I had some really tough times at the end of season 2, and then this season in general, I just thought was stacked.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? If Demon Slayer season 3 is good, I'll watch it during the summer, because I don't think the summer lineup is as strong as the spring. And so far, from not just you guys, but like my podcast, the people who listen to or watch it, are all in the same boat, where it's like, you know what? Probably the weakest season. The things that I have issues with, they continue to do it.
Yeah.
And if there's cool fights, I'll watch them on YouTube.
I recommend that, yeah. but yeah, that is Demon Slayer season 3. Obviously, UFO Table being UFO Table, they did not let you breathe the thought of not them making another season, because there's gonna be another season next year. So we'll see how they tackle this one. Different Hashiras, different demons, shonen goodness. So we'll see what happens with that. We'll see if we want to cover it or not after hearing our review. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up the animes for this week, and we move on to news, the news segment. And starting off with
jeez,
I thought this would be fun, but apparently G Fuel is collabing with Attack on Titan, and they're making a drink together. And like their like tagline is like, you ever want to drink Titan spinal fluid taste like? And I'm like, no.
Me neither. Sounds gross.
But I want to try it now. You put it in my face. But yeah, G Fuel's collaborating with Attack on Titan. I think it comes out Monday. So if you always wanted to be a Titan, this is your opportunity.
Jeez.
Just kidding. I think the flavor is green tea, citrus green tea. So, fan of that. Drink it up.
Yeah.
So, I thought it was funny just to cover. Just like, hey, look, Attack on Titan. I mean, this ain't the first time G Fuel's collaborated with anime like Naruto, Dragon Ball, obviously be the big ones.
Yeah.
So this ain't no difference. So if you wanna buy it, go right ahead. So with that being,
jeez.
No, none of you guys want input in G Fuel?
No.
No.
All right.
AOT's mid. G Fuel's probably mid. So it's a collaboration made in heaven.
Okay. We'll move on to the next news. The bigger news, in our opinion. Ranking of Kings, obviously, they just had their spin-off anime wrapped up. And
it was amazing.
Yes, great.
Yeah, really
that one deserved all the episodes.
Yes, and if you haven't watched our review of it, go right ahead and watch it from last week. But yeah, Ranking of Kings, unexpected news, they're getting an anime film. So this is awesome. This is cool.
More of Boji's journey, man. That's this the spinoff we had. It was so fun.
Oh yeah.
And it also helped one of our old members in our team. It should help him like in general, like because he said the first season was missing like a couple of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like it felt like they went too fast in it, but the spin-off gave it so much more.
Yeah.
More information, what happened in between those episodes, and what happened in the past too. So I can't wait for this film. This film.
No, yeah, especially how in the spin-off they kind of like set up who's gonna be important, or like the missing, like the new characters that they're kind of like foreshadowing in the future. I won't spoil the thing, but yeah, I just cannot wait. Especially since they got a movie budget. Ooh, I mean, it already looks great in anime, so movie budget.
Yeah, which studio's amazing.
I cannot
at animating in general. What do you think, Peter?
Yeah, Ranking of Kings is one of my favorite animes ever. I'm a huge fan of like theming and messaging, and I think what Ranking of Kings does is like a tier above most anime. We'll be intrigued because of how much content is out for Ranking of Kings, because the anime covered a lot. It wouldn't surprise me if this is an anime original story. Maybe they like work with the mangaka to kind of outline the story of where it's going to go afterwards, because I don't know if there's enough content for like another season or another movie. That's why this announcement caught me super off guard, because it's like we are patiently waiting for more chapters to just get translated into English, let alone Japanese. So I mean, more Ranking of Kings is always a good thing, so I can't wait.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. Especially just like the world building itself just gets me at all. Like, this is amazing. So yeah, Ranking Kings. There's no date. There's no who's behind it or whatever. So this is just the announcement, raw news. So I cannot wait. We cannot wait. All four of us. So we'll be looking forward to that
whenever it gets announced.
Yep.
Completely.
But with that being said, we move on to our next news, gaming news. I don't know if you guys ever heard of a little anime called Fate.
Or FGO for the game.
Yeah. But apparently, obviously they made games, but this one's a little bit different. This game's called Fate Samurai Remnant, and it'll be coming out this year. And from what I seen from the trailer or the advertisement, it is Dark Souls like. So that's interesting. That's interesting to say. I mean,
I like that a lot.
Yeah. There's some familiar faces in this game. You see John the Arc, big surprise there, and obviously Musashi. But a lot of the characters in this game are very original, so that's cool to see. So it won't be all just familiar faces, and yeah, just from the trailer alone, I think it looks good for an anime game. But with anime games itself, I always have that fear. It could always not play well. I don't know. I have that fear. Like I remember that Black Clover game. Oh God.
Jeez.
Oh, that Demons. The 7 Deadly Sins game. They don't have a good track record. I just will say that. So hopefully with the Fate Remnant game, proves me wrong. But yeah, it'll be coming out around September time. And David, what do you think? You gonna cop this day one?
They also, it's gonna be playable at Anime Expo.
Oh,
as
really?
well, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, cool. That makes sense.
I'll be running through July 1 through 4. Okay, cool.
I wonder how long that line's gonna be.
Of course, that area is always packed.
Yeah.
I know this is probably gonna be in the front area for sure.
Most definitely.
But yeah, I'm excited. I play a couple Koei Tecmo games, so I'm actually excited.
What about you, Pete? After hearing this, you gonna copy day one?
Yeah, won't be buying it. I will definitely be watching it on like Twitch or something. This seems like a really fun game not my style of game, but I really enjoy watching like Dark Souls style games, especially like speedrunning and stuff like that. So yeah, this looks really fun, and I hope Fate fans are eating.
Nah, most definitely. Especially, I think they got a new anime coming out soon. So
Yeah. It's coming to Crunchyroll in the summer. It's only one episode, but yeah.
Oh, I was talking about the. Oh, really? Is it one episode?
Strange Fake or whatever is
Yeah.
one episode. Yeah, it's one episode.
Oh,
Yeah.
what?
I think it's like 50 minutes or something, but yeah.
Oh my god. Anyways, fake people are eating good. They always eat good.
They'll get something.
Yeah, but with that being said, we move on to the next gaming news. Obviously, this past week, the Nintendo Direct happened, and a lot of unexpected games got announced, like Luigi's Mansion's Dark Moon Remastered, coming to the Switch, because this game originally came out for the 3DS, and there was a lot of bad things about it. A lot of people said it didn't look good, didn't perform well. So hopefully, maybe with this remake, it gets it plays how it did on the first Luigi's Mansion, or Luigi's Mansion 3.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. I guess I was waiting eventually. Well, I never mind. I wasn't waiting.
Damn, you're a
What?
prophet.
I haven't played the Switch one because the 3DS one, because I don't know. I was not into it. I was wanting it on console for the longest,
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe someday.
You'll get to it, right?
I'll get to it someday. But then finally, this Direct came out, and it finally showed, that we're getting the second game onto the Switch. So I'm excited. I can't wait to get it.
No, yeah.
I played the first one. I didn't play the third one, but I don't think it matters.
No,
Or who knows? I'm not entirely sure if they're connected or not.
P, have you ever played Luigi's Mansions ever?
Not the biggest console player. I'm almost specifically, I've been a PC gamer like almost my entire life, but another one of these are type of games where I like watching it more than playing it. So
Gotcha.
yeah, when it's on Twitch or some YouTube compilations, I'll be checking it out that way.
Nice. And other gaming news on Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, they were like constantly together, I guess. They were like put up together. Right?
Yeah. This one, apparently Princess Peach is getting her own game. Did they release a title? No. Did they release a release date? No. They just like
other than 2024.
Yeah, next year.
Yeah.
I feel like they're super confident in this game, even though it's like.
Well, I feel like a lot of Switch games. Well, maybe they were holding on to like most of these games for a while. That's why there wasn't a lot of Switch games. So finally, they're showing some, like a lot of, not some. I think a lot of Switch games finally.
Yeah. I mean,
first party games instead of the third party.
Yeah, because I know the big one in this Direct was Pikmin 4.
Yeah.
That was their big main event.
For a lot of people is.
Oh yeah, the other game we want to talk about, Super Mario RPG Remake. Now, this came out of left field. I thought Nintendo forgot about this game.
I thought it was forgotten as well.
But I guess Nintendo talked to Square Enix, and they're like, yeah, sure, you can finally remake this game. And lo and behold, remake of this game. I haven't played this game, but I know from countless people, they talk about how great this game is. They wish that the RPG series of Mario was this instead of Mario and Luigi. You know that franchise. So yeah, can't wait to see. It looks good. Looks really good, especially for being a remake. It keeps that NES charm of it. So,
but with the revamp art style.
No, yeah, most definitely. It keeps that whimsical kind of look. And yeah, there was a lot of Mario games in this direct, so that was cool to see. That was an unexpected one. But you're you excited for this one, Pete? Like just to watch?
Yeah, you guys showed me the trailer and it looks super fun. The Super Mario, sorry, the other one. I mean, not my cup of tea. RPGs I usually don't watch. I like the faster element games if I'm watching it, but I know like a lot of my friends love like Paper Mario and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I'm happy for the people who are happy.
Yeah, I feel you. I think I'm in that same boat too. I might cop it actually. It looks actually that good. No, coming out November 17th. So can't wait to see that. And yes, our last gaming news, our last one that Super Mario Bros. Wonder. They dropped the new and they just went Super Mario. Thank God. But a new 2D game, and this time.
But this one feels like legitly a new game.
not the new series.
Oh jeez, no.
But yeah, I love this scenario. It's like, what if Mario took some actual shrooms and the world just went wacky around him.
Yeah, and that's pretty much the game.
Yeah.
No, but I like the fact that we got co-op with this game too.
No, the new ones had co-op too.
But I guess introduction to Daisy, because we haven't seen Daisy in a Mario game for a while.
Yeah, Daisy as a playable character in the Mario Bros. Kind of franchise.
Yeah.
Instead of like the spin-offs.
Yeah.
And then I like in this one they didn't really show it off, but you could be any color Yoshi too. So Yoshi's like a character you could play. So I wonder if Yoshi could hop on a Yoshi, if that's a thing.
Maybe not.
Oh, there's no Yoshi ride at all.
Oh jeez.
Hey man, I think it happened. I'm wondering what's gonna happen.
You're wondering? Oh damn, that's crazy.
I'm wondering, and obviously the big surprise in this reveal, Mario becoming an elephant, dude. You excited about that?
Yes. Yes.
It's funny because they just show off Mario getting it. But I wonder how the others are gonna look with that elephant.
I wonder how Toad will look like. That would be weird. A Toad or a Yoshi would look weird.
Oh, I want to see a Yoshi.
I don't know.
Why not?
That would look disturbing.
Or do you think it's like their own big version of it? They're all not just elephants.
I don't know.
Kind of like the Bowsette kind of crown thingy.
Nah, that'd be weird.
But yeah.
I guess in general I'm looking forward to all 4 games.
Yeah, most of them are coming out this year except for the Peach one, so they're all coming soon.
Peach is coming out next year.
Mm-hmm. They're all coming soon, and what other games that you guys were hyped for in the direct?
Well, you in general.
Me?
Because these were mine in general.
Yeah,
what about you?
I guess one game I want to shout out, the Star Ocean one, the remake of 2. That looked like fun. Just keeping the art style of Octopath Traveler. So yeah, I never played a Star Ocean game, but that game looks. I was like, oh.
I have a feeling that game's gonna be on every console.
No, it is.
And PC probably.
No, yeah, it is. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up the game news and yeah, it's gonna wrap up the podcast for this week. Thank you, Pete, for joining us for this week. It was really a blast talking with you.
Thanks for having me. This was a blast.
Yeah. So
hopefully we could grab you again for next time.
Future episodes, and if you want to do one last minute plug, go right ahead.
Yeah, for sure. If you want to follow me, the best way to do so is on Twitter. My Twitter is What You Say Annie. That's What You Say ANI on Twitter. It's where I post all my links and stuff like that. Otherwise, visual content is on YouTube. Audio content anywhere podcast is found. That is What Do You Say Anime.
Yeah, so go. If you guys liked how his opinions, his interaction with us, go right ahead, check him out. And with that being said, I've been your host, Omar.
And this is your co-host, David.
And we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.
See you.